Hello, wonderfuls, lovelies, amazings, and beautifuls. Yep, you know who you are. All right, what we've been doing now on I Am Maggie is we have been doing a slow crawl through Excuses Be Gone by Dr. Wayne Dyer. And we are currently in part one, chapter one. So, part one is identifying and removing habitual thinking. Don't believe everything you think. And we are in chapter one, which is yes, you can change old habits. And we are under the subtitle, whatever, your lingering early program. So we're going to pick up where we left off. So right now, hit your like button, hit your subscribe, and please leave your positive comments. I appreciate hearing from you. And here we go, okay? Let's continue on. So just like me, you have thousands of imitated thoughts and actions that were absorbed through contact with individuals in your childhood environment. When mind viruses serve you, it's a pleasure to observe them and express silent gratitude. But when they continue to plague your life, inhibiting you from achieving your desires, then you're on notice to start shedding them. And of course, we are part of the Common Sense Show. We're not saying, to do anything negative. We are working towards higher order values so that naturally constitutes that your behaviors do not harm others. The point is that these mind viruses or memes can work against you in a myriad ways today, but you can also change them. One, hasten to add here that by becoming aware of our own inclinations to use old, no longer sensible or practical responses to my frustration, and by being willing to do the deprogramming work on my long-held thoughts, I now notice those infantile temptations and choose a healthier way. The bonus is that I'm more effective at locating the missing items that are used to perplex me. Initially he couldn't find that book, and that's what was frustrating him and led into a full tantrum of anger, profanity, and everything. And what he is saying is that when he became more aware of his own inclinations to use these old, no longer sensible and practical responses, he was able to change out the negative program for a positive program, which is what we all are capable of doing. He's putting that in there to help you see if he can do it, you can do it, and we can do it. So thinking that you'll always be poor, unlucky, overweight, or underweight, that you'll always have an addictive personality, that you'll never attract your soulmate, that you'll continue to have angry outbursts, that you'll always lack musical, artistic, or athletic ability, or that you'll forever be shy because you've always felt that way, are excuses. Did you get that? Believing that you will always be poor, unlucky, overweight, underweight. Excuse. Thinking you'll have an addictive personality. Excuse. Thinking you'll never attract your soulmate. Excuse. The beautiful thing, guys, is once we drop the excuses, the new reality, the new life can come forward. Or if you think that you can't stop angry outbursts, excuse. If you think you always lack musical, artistic, and athletic ability, excuse. And that you'll forever be shy, an excuse. We can move past these. And when you see them for what they are, you can eliminate them. On the other hand, if you find them to be firmly entrenched personality traits and habits of thinking that can't be challenged, you'll symbolically suck your thumb and cry when life doesn't appear to cooperate. So what he's saying is, if you choose to believe this is a personality trait and habit, then when it comes to you, will just revert into, an infantile thought form and behavior form, which is essentially like sucking your thumb. and crying when life does not appear to cooperate. Believe me, though, it's far more energizing and fulfilling to practice the excuses be gone paradigm. Using a new set of thinking habits will enhance your life and help you attract all that you really are. At the same time, you'll be modeling a new and better way to live for the people in your environment who are unwitting victims of the excuse virus. So if you're a mother or you're a father or you're a leader or you're a provider, whatever it is, you change you and you're going to change the whole environment. So the change we are making is for the better, bestest. So you've been a mimic superstar since birth, mimicking beliefs and behaviors from others, influences beyond your family and social structure. So we get this stuff from TV too, right? From videos, from social media. So we want to look at what's going in the gates. Influences from our religious training, ethical culture, television programming and advertising and the like have become a fixed part of our habitual mind. And it's no mystery that they're competing for your time and your mind. So you choose. It isn't my purpose to examine all the ways you've acquired beliefs, since that's something only you can do. And over, that's something that all teachers will tell you. I can help you, but I can't do it for you, and I can't make you do it, and that kind of thing. Everybody just pick up your cross and let's get going and doing our own work. I'm writing this book to help you gain awareness of the excuses you use for behaving in ways that don't help you to achieve the level of health, happiness, and success you desire. I agree with the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, love him, known for his brilliance as a leader of men and a spiritually conscious being. He is reported to have said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." So I know many of us love Emperor Marcus Aurelius. I had a boss he was my boss, but he was also a wonderful man and a wonderful leader. His name is Dr. Cable, and he is one of the greatest ears, nose, and throat doctors in the world. Just an amazing man, and he loved Marcus Aurelius. And I have to tell you that Dr. Cable was one of the greatest leaders that I ever met. Like, he led in every way, in his personal life, in his family life, and definitely how he was as a professional. So Marcus Aurelius, what did he say? Our life is what our thoughts make it. So guys, let's make it good. Your behaviors are supported by your thinking patterns. That is, your thoughts truly make or break your life. While some of us are operating on a conscious level and are easy to recognize, others are deeply embedded within your subconscious. However, I prefer to call this deeply programmed or almost automatic second nature part of you the habitual mind. For me, subconscious implies being below the level of creative awareness, a sort of mysterious entity that can't be known. Since the central theme of this book is that anything used to explain thinking and acting in the same self-sabotaging ways is an excuse, it seems to me that calling it subconscious is really underscoring this notion. I can't help it, I can't talk about it, I certainly can't change it because it is, after all, below my conscious level where I do all my living. Okay, so he is basically saying that, people will push it down into there and then use that as their subconscious, excuse to keep doing what they're doing. You got it. And then the thing is, if you do the work, the subconscious will begin to slip and show you what that deeper negative program is that needs to be removed. And there's so much coming out now, NLP, and so much technology, and also deeper psychological types of healing and spiritual healing that help you to uncover that. So we don't want to hide in that excuse upon the excuse. So I personally find it hard to work with a part of myself that's not within my conscious life. Therefore, I choose to call this huge reservoir of emptiness a reservoir that pushes us all away from our divine dharma, as well as our optimal level of health, happiness, and success. The habitual mind. So he's just using a term to, sometimes when you're writing, you have to kind of compartmentalize things in an effort to reach a larger mass. He's not limiting anybody if you have greater education or wherever you are in the spectrum. This is just a very easy way for him to try to get us to grasp the information. And while these types of thoughts might seem to be unreachable, I assure you that they'll come to the surface with an excuses be gone attitude. So you got that? They will be, if you do the work will work you, the intersection will come and your life will upgrade. Those deep-seated, like subconscious thoughts, beliefs will actually begin to surface. It may surface in a dream or a vision while you're meditating and praying. You may be in a dream state, and keep a journal next to your bed. And if something comes through, or when you're meditating or praying, be able to jot it right down, because it'll pop up, and then as quickly as it came up, it will disappear. So you want to catch it when it comes up, because in that is we talk about the phoenix, and in the ashes are the coals, and we use those coals because there's wisdom, knowledge, energy, fresh perspective, whatever we need to burn bright like the phoenix. All right, so now you're going to hit like and subscribe, and you're going to leave your positive comments, because I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate this time with you. All right, and you know what's next. Peace in, peace